week 5 of something. Is it important? I don't know.
What do you want to do today?
I don't know. What do you want to do today?
I don't know. What do you want to do today?
I don't know. What do you want to do today?
I know what I want to do today.
That's right, folks. It's week 5 in the NFL. We're here to talk about balls and feet and men who play with them. Not what Joshua thinking. We're here with week 5 in the NFL. This is kind of like one of the big points of the season. We're like, okay, if your season's going to be made, it's going to be made this week. And if your season's going to be lost, it's going to be made this week. So let's go through these results and see what happens. Thursday night football. Chicago Bears, Washington Commanders. In a battle that can only be described as a mid-off, Chicago wins a game, finally. Did you know that the Chicago Bears have not won a football game before all this shit happened with the world going to hell? Yeah, Chicago, you won this game. I'm good for you. 40-20, Justin Fields actually looking like a quarterback. But this doesn't save the fact that your franchise is still a shithole. Claypool had to be traded to the Miami Dolphins. I feel bad for Chase Claypool, but then he kind of did it to himself, going all Antonio Brown on people. By the way, don't look up Antonio Brown, people. It's not good.
FBI, open up!
Washington, the commies tried, but you're not there yet. Enjoy mediocrity this year and the next year and maybe the year after that as you go through this period of uncertainty. Chicago, congrats on the win. Now lose next week. And we go international to London once again for the Jaguars and the Bills. If the plan is to have the Jacksonville Jaguars be part of the new football London experience or the new NFL Europe, I'm all for it because we can get them the fuck out of Jacksonville the sooner the better. Because they play better in London than they do in America. I don't know how to feel about this one. Buffalo, you should have won. But I also understand because of the time zone difference and the Jaguars being in London, they have more of an advantage, I guess. I don't know. This was a weird game. Trevor Lawrence, you did well. 315 yards, 1 touchdown, and beautiful hair conditioner. Josh Allen was also good, even though he did have that pick. But, I mean, you can't just be Josh Allen. It has to be Josh Allen and the other members of this team. That defense has to hold up, and they did not hold up against a Jaguars team that, for the most part, nobody fears their offense. I mean, we'll see what happens, Jacksonville. You have life, and you're in a division that sucks, so maybe you'll have a chance. Now we go to Massacre in New England.
Fatality.
My goodness, I have never seen the New England Patriots lose a game like they lost against New Orleans Saints today. Mac Jones is not it and has never been it. And please, people, stop saying that Mac Jones being on the 49ers will be good. Because let's be honest, Mac Jones ain't Brock Purdy. I think I'm over the Mac Jones experience. I'm also over Bill Belichick. Dude doesn't have the touch anymore.
You got the touch. You got the power.
He should retire. The Patriots should move on to a new era. Just start over because you're not going to get there with the current cast that you have. Saints, you win. I guess Derek Carr had a decent night. But it's also the Patriots, who may be one of the worst teams in football. I don't know what I'm going to feel about this. Just ring the bells and celebrate this victory. Who knows what happens. Indianapolis, Tennessee. Your Colts won, but Anthony Richardson got hurt again. Listen, Indy, I know that Pat McAfee is your boy. I know that he's been trying to hype you guys up. But give me something to be happy about. I don't want to watch Anthony Richardson die every single week and having to go back to Gardner Minshew. I mean, you got Jonathan Taylor back. He looked rusty, but hopefully after a few more practices and stuff, he's going to look good. Does that save your season? I guess in this week of a division, it could be. Tennessee, I'm tired of Tannehill. Just move on to fucking Will Levis already. Because I'm not inspired. It's just not going no more. Alrighty, Steelers and Ravens. Remember when the Steelers and Ravens were good and like those games were prime time and you had to watch them because they affected the NFL? Pepperidge Farm remembers. I don't know how to feel about this. Like, Matt Canada, the offensive coordinator of Pittsburgh Steelers, is trying to be fired.
Hello, darkness, my old friend.
His play calling sucks. Mike Tomlin should not be getting this much of a pass for having one of the worst offensive coordinators in the game. And this is the team that won because of fucking Kenny Pickett calling a audible, aka he hated the play that was going to be called, and giving a hope touchdown late in that game. Just fire Matt Canada. Move on from him. Get a new offensive coordinator. Tomlin, I don't know how you survived this long. It's just because you get 9 or 8 wins and get into the playoffs every once in a while. But seriously, stop supporting your OC so much. Baltimore, I don't know what to feel about you. 1 week you look good, 1 week you look bad. Lamar Jackson, you got paid a shit ton of money. Stop choking. I'm being serious. Stop choking. We'll see what happens with the Baltimore Ravens, but I'm not feeling confident about them right now. And Pittsburgh, do what you do. Win 9 or 10 games and lose in the playoffs. Carolina and Detroit. Those Lions, they looking good. They looking really good. They took Bryce Young and they made him a little better than what I expected from the Panthers. And I like that the Panthers showed some fight, when the game was over already. But Detroit just put their boot on the neck and just stomped on it. Detroit, you're looking good. Keep going. Make sure that you prove that underachievers can achieve something once in a while. Just like this channel's Josh again. Falcons, Texans. This was a football game. I mean, the Falcons looked okay with the comeback. I don't know what to feel about this one. Like, the Texans, you had the game won, and you let the Falcons come back. You made Desmond Ridder look good. Stroud had an okay game, but that defense could not stop the Falcons. I don't know. There are football games that I honestly, when I watch them, I'm just like, you know what? I'm going to have this in the background. I don't care. I'm watching something else. Who cares? And that was one of them. Dolphins, Giants. So after the Dolphins got their mouth smacked, they decided to do the mouth smacking. Get it?
Oh, brother, this guy stinks!
Anyways, New York Giants, your season's over. Pack it in, get rid of Daniel Jones, and move on. Miami, you save your season a little bit. I don't know. Are the Dolphins good or are they bad? It's hard to tell. This team needs something to definitively say that they're one way or another going to be a contender in this league. We'll see what happens with next game. I feel like that will be... It's going to be an evolution with the Dolphins. They're going to have to prove that they can play against verified good teams like Buffalo before they can determine themselves as contenders in the AFC. Bengals and Cardinals. Well, the Cardinals are committed to the tank, but looking good while doing it. They're trying, and that's the most important thing with a team that's tanking, is that yes, you're going to lose games, but as long as you try, that's all that matters. Cincinnati, you win this game. It was a little bit closer than it should have been, but at this point, given that Joe Burrow is currently playing with one half of an arm, it should be expected. I just want to make sure that you guys are careful because the way things are going, your season may feel badly if you keep losing games. So just keep winning, focus on yourselves, and make sure that you do what you do. Well, I gotta turn off my oven real quickly.
I'm keeping that in.
No, you're not.
Bitch, I do what I want!
Philadelphia Eagles and the Los Angeles Rams. And yes, St. Louis, I'm sorry for you. The Eagles win in a not-so-convincing way. The Eagles are one of 2 undefeated teams in the NFL, and I don't know how to feel about them. They're a good team. They're going to go back to the NFC Championship, but it kind of feels like they're middling. I don't know how to describe it. It just feels like they're a middle... Hopefully they turn it on later is what I'm trying to say. I don't know. The Rams are not a great team, but they're still putting up an effort. But it feels like the Eagles should have won more than they actually did by. I guess if you're going to play your weakest football, it should be earlier in the season. So once you play your hardest football, your best football, then it's going to be later on. Either way, good job, Eagles. Do what you do. Throw batteries at Santa. New York Jets, Denver Broncos. Do I have to talk about this game? Damn it, it's in the contract. Damn it, Sean. Listen, it's the Jets. Even when they win, they lose. What is the point of winning this game against the Broncos and giving your fan base hope? I have no idea what you are thinking. Zach Wilson won this game despite being Zach Wilson. That's just a credit to this offense's great running game, and more importantly, that defense. Look at the fact that the Jets scored 31 points. How? Just how? You have to thank Greg Zerloin for having 5 field goals. He was the reason why this team won. It wasn't Zach Wilson, okay? In Denver, I've already said it, but I'll say it again. Fire Sean Payton, get rid of Russell Wilson, rebuild this team, because this ain't it, Chief. This ain't it. Kansas City, Minnesota. What do you know? A game without Taylor Swift. Thank God. But anyways, the Vikings have proved that they can be a good team, or are the Chiefs' defense susceptible to being bad? Somewhere, the answer's in the middle. I mean, the Chiefs' offense is still good. I kind of laughed at the fact that Travis Kelce got injured on the field, and all the Swifties are like, we must get rid of the artificial turf. My goodness, if there was this much uproar over turf, imagine what would happen if fans actually got together and got mad about something that actually mattered. Like, the government. Anyways, I feel that the Kansas City Chiefs are one of the best teams. They're going to be proven to be one of the best teams until someone smacks them in the mouth. Detroit did a good job of that, but no one else has stood in their way, but they've also had a somewhat easy schedule. The Chiefs move into Week 6, and they're going to play the Broncos on a short week. They should have no problem with that one. I feel like Kansas City is going to do what they do until they go up against a real football team. And speaking of real football teams, Sunday Night Football, San Francisco 49ers versus the Dallas Cowboys. This was as thorough a probing as you could possibly do. The San Francisco 49ers proceeded to take the Dallas Cowboys and destroy them for 60 minutes. And this was beautiful. Listen, George Kittle, happy National Tight End Day. This man, 3 touchdowns. He caught a pass on a flea flicker. That was amazing. This guy is my tight end. He represents Tight End University. He also represents Eddie Guerrero on Pat McAfee's show. Just, if you could find the perfect pro wrestling and football star into one, that would be him. So thank you, George Kittle, for doing what you do well. Brock Purdy, proving that he's a good quarterback. This offense goes burr in the best possible way. Dallas, you're not in an elite territory yet. You're getting there, but you ain't elite territory. But you want to know how you could get there faster? Get rid of Dak Prescott. Dak is Black Kirk Cousins. And that's saying something, okay? He needs to prove that he can play ball against a good team and when it matters. And he has not proven it in his 8-year NFL career. Monday Night Football. Listen, I feel bad for Monday Night Football. I feel bad for you so badly. The Packers and the Raiders, both of you suck. Both of you are terrible, and neither of you should be on prime time. But you are here because the NFL lacks enough good options. They really need to do something with the NFL where they don't have shitty games be on prime time. Jimmy Garoppolo is not it, and never been it, and never going to be it. The 49ers have thankfully learned that. The Raiders, well, Jordan Love, I don't know if he is it, but you're not going to prove it with a game like this. I need to see more from Jordan Love before I'm prepared to say that the Packers made a mistake moving on from Aaron Rodgers. Because at this point, I have no idea. Overall, this is just a game. Not much to say here. Good for the Packers, I guess, but still, the Raiders win. Football. Men beating each other up. Yay, question mark? Give me the hockey season. Fuck it.